JavaServer Faces. In this talk, I'm going to demonstrate you possibilities how you can integrate a reporting engine, a reporting solution into your existing JSF web application. So the question is, I have a finished application, a finished web application based on JavaServer Faces. Is it possible to add a reporting engine? Is it possible to add reporting functionality in general? And well, of course, the answer is yes. And I'm going to show you different ways how you can do this. So the agenda for the next hour is like this. I will give a very, very short introduction into reporting. What is reporting? Why do we need it? And perhaps why you would like to integrate a reporting engine into your existing JSF web application. Then I'm going to demonstrate a very short or very small JSF web application, and the goal is to integrate a reporting module into this existing JSF web application. And then, of course, the main part will be here. I will demonstrate you how to work with Eclipse Bird and Jasper Report. And, well, the exciting question is, how can I integrate Eclipse Bird or Jasper Report's functionality into JSF? Is there a standard way to do this, or are there just dirty hacks in order to realize a good integration? And well, in this part, I will demonstrate you different possibilities how you can do this. And I think in the conclusion, you will see that there are several ways how you can succeed in the combination of reporting engines and JSF. Before we start, just a few words about myself. My name is Andy Bosch. I'm from the southern part of Germany, and well, mostly I work in JSF projects, also sometimes in combination with portals and portlets. So I'm also part of the expert group of JSR 301 and JSR 329. Both deal with the combination of JavaServer Faces and portlets. And there you can see I'm often involved in projects where you have to use JSF and you also have to use another technology. And well, the exciting question is how to combine JSF with another technology. And today we will focus on the combination of JSF and reporting engines. Okay, so let's start. The first question is, well, we are going to talk about reporting engines, how to integrate reporting engines into a web application. What is a report? Why do we need reports in general? I think most people think, yes, this is a report, a colorful chart, a pie chart or a bar chart. Yes, these are examples for reports. But a report could also be something like this. It's just a data table. So a data table, of course, is also an example for a report. That means we need reporting solutions, reporting engines, in order to visualize data which is stored somewhere in our web application. So for example, we have a big web application where we can sell books like Amazon. And we have plenty of data stored somewhere in our big data storage. And if we would like to analyze our data which is stored in the database, well, it's easier to create nice looking charts, especially for managers. And well, using those charts, it's quite easy to analyze the data and to see what actually is stored inside our data storage. But often that's not easy to find the important data somewhere in your data storage. This is a little picture of my office at home. No, not really. But often, if you look inside your data storage, it looks a bit difficult to find the important data which is relevant for your reports. And for you as developer, often it's a problem to create reports, to create charts, because the problem is, where can I find the data? And perhaps you know, or you have heard about conversations like this. It's a story which I have seen or which I have realized quite often in projects. You wrote your JSF web application, you are on production stage, everything is perfect, the end users like your application, everything is running fine, But then your boss comes to you and kindly asks you, well, you have written a very nice web application, but I would like to have some numbers which are stored inside the web application. So for example, I would like to have the figures about our last month's sales. And you as developer are asked to provide him the necessary data. Okay, you are a developer. Well, of course, you can write a SQL script which collects all the necessary data. It's not a problem, as you are very familiar with Oracle and MySQL and so on. But, well, to write a complex SQL script with left joins, inner joins, outer joins, well, it's a bit of work, so it will need, let's say, 2 hours. And your boss, well, he's not a silly one. He remembers, yeah, you wrote the same script last month too, I remember. And last month, it only took 1 hour. Well, he's right, but I can't find the SQL script anymore, so perhaps I can look into my waste bin. Perhaps I have stored my SQL script and I can reuse it again, and let's see, perhaps I can provide him with the data. But your boss, he's not satisfied in getting all the data. He's also interested in having a really nice looking chart. It's important for him because only plain numbers, that's boring. So you as developer are asked to create charts. And that's a very, very interesting job for a developer because you really, really love to work with Excel. So, of course, you are not very happy about this, but, well, you as developer are the only person who knows the database structure, and so you are the only person who can collect the necessary data and to create a nice looking chart and to provide, well, a report to your boss. So, the end of the story is, you as developer have to write the SQL script to create a report, and this you have to do each month. So I think you agree that's not the best solution. So what could be a consequence of this? A consequence could be, well, we need a reporting module inside our huge web application. So the first idea we could realize is, well, what is a reporting module? Well, we have to create a data table and perhaps we have to create charts on the fly. So we have to create it dynamically. So the first solution could be we can write reporting engines by ourselves. That means we could, for example, use iText or XSLT. Who of you has already used iText or XSLT? Yeah, the majority. Yeah, I also did some projects using iText for generating PDF documents. That's quite fine. Also, if you have to generate Excel documents, you can use Jakarta POI or JXL API. These are quite good open source libraries which you can use in order to create documents, reports on the fly. That's fine for smaller requirements. But to be honest, I think there are some pros and cons which you have to consider. I think the good thing using iText or XSLT or whatever is it's very easy to create reports on the fly. You are very fast, and for smaller requirements, it's the perfect solution. But on the other hand, well, you as programmer, again, are the only person who is able to change a report. So if your boss would like to have another column inside the report or to change the look and feel and so on, you as developer, again, have to program everything in Java or XSL or whatever. So again, you as developer are in charge for providing the necessary knowledge in order to create reports. Also, everything is written inside the Java language or inside XSL, and that's not really a perfect solution. So I think using those libraries, it's perfect for smaller requirements, but if you really want to integrate a reporting module into your JSF web application, you need a different approach.